What up, everyone? Welcome back to Blade Bias. Today I wanted to talk about something that I should have talked about a while ago, actually, that I feel like gets lost in translation in the comments and in these videos, and that is the fact that with all the new people coming in and seeing the channel, welcome, by the way, we're very happy to have you. Thanks for checking the channel out. There's been a lot of people saying in the comments, oh, thanks for this review. I'm so glad you reviewed this. And similar things like that. And I just wanted to make a video to kind of explain that Blade Bias is not a review. The name Blade Bias isn't just, oh, funny Blade Bias balance on a balisong. It's literally we're being biased about blades. There's a double meaning there. And for the rest of this video, I'm going to just speak for myself because I'm not going to speak for Ty, but this is just our personal opinion. This channel, our second channel, I guess, yeah, technically my second channel, and Ty's too, serves as a place to just talk. Unfiltered, you and the camera talking about something that you like or dislike in the balisong community or beyond, about Pokemon or whatever I've made videos about in the past. And while that can be really helpful, I certainly don't blame anyone using more anecdotal, biased sources to make purchasing decisions. I just want to be completely transparent in saying that these are not supposed to be reviews. These should always be taken with a grain of salt. For example, there's a reason I have the Squiggle Scows Kraken here. I was kind of negative on the Kraken, or the Squiggle Scows Kraken, in the video that I made on it. Because at the end of the day, that was my opinion. My opinion is that it's kind of a boring flipper, and I don't think modding the Kraken is a good idea. But I don't want people to take away from that video that this is an awful knife that you should never buy and isn't worth the money. Because that just isn't objectively true. That, again, it's my opinion at the end of the day. It's just something that I said in the video. I don't think anyone should really take it terribly seriously. Sure, there are some things that I cover on this channel that I wouldn't recommend for the price, like that one G10 balisong that I covered that one time. But again, personal opinion. Whereas a full main channel review of the Squiggle Scows Kraken would probably be a little more positive, because if I set aside my personal opinions on the Squiggle Scows Kraken, it flips pretty good for a $350 titanium balisong. Like, it's a pretty good flipper. And I think that would come across more like that is where I would write a script and do a little more research and kind of put my personal opinion to the side and provide a balance. Whereas on Blade Bias, that isn't happening. On my main channel, there's a lot of time put into writing scripts and fact-checking and making sure that what I'm saying is correct and at least a little bit objective. Especially something like a quick draw. Like, the quick draws are basically all just objective. I tell you what the knife is, what it's made of, how the balance that it has, how much it weighs, etc. And then a main channel review is like, yeah, you get the objective part of it. The SlifT is a really durable titanium balisong that's machined amazing and has great swing. And then you put the personal opinion in there. I love it. It's one of my favorite knives, but that doesn't mean that you should go out and buy one right now because it's all personal opinion. Like, you take the time when you write a script to have a balance between the two. But Blade Bias doesn't have that. It's me, unscripted, thinking of a title, thinking of a topic, and then ad-libbing, essentially, for 10 minutes straight with a camera strapped on my head. There's not much thought into being objective. I'm just giving you my unfiltered, raw thoughts. And like I said, that can be really valuable to some people. I totally respect that. But as long as I am making you guys aware, as long as you understand that this should be taken with a grain of salt, then we're all good. It's just that some people, I think, don't really understand that, so it has to be explained. But I also want to take the time to talk about why Blade Bias has been great for my main channel reviews, even though I haven't made one recently. The Kuno was the start of a new way that I am going to handle reviews in the future, because a big issue in the community that a lot of people have is trustworthiness. And I really do strive to be as transparent and trustworthy as I can to my audience. Because at the end of the day, I understand that someone being sponsored by someone or someone who got a knife for free could be biased in some ways. And obviously, I've taken psychology classes. I know there's no way to avoid that. There's always going to be a bias, no matter who you are. It always exists. But I try my best to kind of push past that and just be a trustworthy source of information about ballad songs. Even on blade bias, I give you my 100% guarantee that every single opinion that I have on this channel is my own. And not paid for or bought out by someone else. But my main channel, that goes even further. And I do understand that getting something for free can kind of cast doubt on that. Not often. I think you have to be particularly shady for someone to really care that you got sent a ballad song for free. Like, I don't think anyone really cares that I got sent the Kuno for free. I think you guys can tell I'm being honest. But I think if I'm able to open up, because this was sent specifically for a blade bias video. Remshi wanted a blade bias video. That was it. So if I open up a main channel review, which I will now choose to make on my own volition, no one can send me a ballad song and say, I want a main channel review. I'm going to say, no, you get a blade bias video. That's what I can offer. Essentially how it's going to go now, with extreme exceptions, there will be some cases where maybe, for example, like Squid says, hey, do you want to review a tsunami? And I would be like, you know what? I really do. And if they want a main channel review, okay, Squid's bigger than me. They can force my hand. That's fine. Unless it has to be 100% honest, though. That's my one caveat. But in pretty much 99% of cases, I'm going to only offer blade bias videos in exchange for knives, which is going to mean that any knives that I review on my main channel is going to be 100% of my own volition. My choice. Which not only is going to mean that I'm going to be more interested and passionate about the video that I'm making and hopefully deliver a better end product to you guys, but I think that will go a little ways into helping people understand that, yeah, I got this knife for free, but it wasn't for this video. This video is entirely on me. I chose to make it. And that'll go a little ways into saying, like, helping people understand that, yeah, I'm being honest about what I think about this. Because again, if you think I'm a scumbag liar, you can think that all you want. I don't really care. That's your personal opinion. But to a majority of my audience, you know that I care a lot about being trustworthy and transparent. So I think being able to say, oh, so you want to send me a ballad song? Great. I'll cover it on blade bias. And then I get it. It's like the Kuno. The Kuno is an exact example of this. Remshi wants to send me the Kuno. Okay, I'll make a blade bias video about it. Oh, I get it. Oh, I really like this. I have a lot to say about this. I start making a main channel review. The main channel review for the Kuno is in the works. I have the recordings for it. No script and no like specialized B-roll. But I have some general flipping clips, general B-roll. Like it's in production and it's entirely of my own choice. Like Remshi didn't send me this for a main channel review. He sent me for a blade bias video. And I fulfilled that. So this is now, I'm free to do what I want with this. So I think that's going to go a long way. Even if it doesn't make people go, oh, hey, I can trust that this guy is being honest. It'll just make me more interested in what I'm reviewing. Because like, I'm not going to have a case of someone sending me like that G10 ballad song I covered a few weeks ago with no pivots. If that person sent me, if Knives Matter sent me that with expectations of a main channel review, that would have been a really tough main channel review to come out because I just didn't really care about the knife that much. And when you make a video that you're going to spend 12 hours on, there has to be a passion there. So I want to make sure that I have enough to talk about and that I have enough to say and that I'm passionate enough about it with which like the Kuno, the SlifT, the Impusa, I have that there, you know? Whereas the Squiggle Scale is like, I don't know if I could review this. I just don't find it interesting enough. So it's good. It's like, that's the kind of curse of having, or the benefit, and I guess the curse kind of having a second channel that's bigger than your main channel. Because on one hand, it's like, oh, your second channel is bigger than your main channel. That's kind of cringe. But on the other hand, it's like, this is the YouTube account that's valuable to makers to get eyes on their product. And this is just me unfiltered talking about a ballad song. There's not much to it, you know? Which allows me to put more care and effort into my main channel, I think, while still giving you guys enough content and enough of my opinions. Hopefully I made sense in this video. Hopefully I explained everything well enough. But all of that to say, blade bias, take it with a grain of salt. It's just our personal opinions. If you want to use that to decide to purchase something, perfect. If you don't, also perfect. I'm learning the controls here. Oh my gosh. We're all good. We're all fine here. So I figured I would just make a video explaining that, because again, you see some people who are like, nice review, and I'm like, oh, this isn't a review, I'm sorry. I just want to make sure that's kind of understood, you know, the contract has been signed, we understand. So anyway, I'm going to stop talking your ear off. Hopefully I made sense enough in this video, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace.